Thank you, Judy. That was spectacular. And love is the seventh wave. You know, I don't know if you guys know anything. I had to go look it up. So there is a deeper wave than me or you. So evidently, there's a pattern with ocean waves that I was unaware of until I heard this song. And every seventh wave is the largest wave. You know, and in spirituality, 7 is that number for completion or perfection, right? So it just really hit me that, yeah, Spirit has a reason. There's a reason for everything that we have been going through today, yesterday, the last 17 months. And we don't know what it's all about. But there is a bigger picture, and I truly believe that. Because I believe in the divine law of life, in that creative process of good. And humanity has been living in the darkness for a long, long time. Separate. And I think Spirit is saying, wait a minute, stop, wake up. Destruction only leads to destruction. Life is about joy. Life is about love. That's what we should be creating, not destruction, not war. Not those violent words or thoughts that come into your head. I don't know if y'all have any or not. I don't know if you guys get angry or not. Because we all do, and that's okay. But it's what do we do with it? What's the pattern? What is the pattern of your life? So think about it for a minute. Get up in the morning. What do? Do you talk to your body? Do you tell it you love it? Do you say you're healthy, you're whole? Do we create that pattern of good? Do we set the intention for the day that we are going to be joyful no matter what comes our way? It's not always easy because life is challenging at times. You know, you get in your car and you go to work and somebody else is having a hurried day and not really paying attention, and you know, folks have accidents. It happens. Even on the way home from church after you've spoken, you know, it happened to me. I was very aware. I saw it coming. I couldn't stop it, but I did stop the destruction and slowed down the process a little bit. We have to be aware. We have to be awake to where we are in our life. And the only way that I know how to do that is to create a pattern of good in my daily practice. And I forget sometimes, and I don't know about you guys if you have a daily ritual that you do, but if I forget, man, that day, I might as well just stay at home in bed, because it's usually not a very fun day, because I didn't set my intention for good, and chaos is all around me, and I get caught up in it instead of staying in my own lane. So it's the patterns. Of our everyday living that are part of the bigger picture. And I know that there's a bigger picture because there are too many coincidences in life for there not to be. You know, when you're taking a bunch of kids out to the country from the city that have never been to the country, and you have all these plans, and the van gets stuck in the mud that morning before your hike. And you're like, okay, well, we have to wait till lunch so somebody can come and drag us out of the mud before we can go to our hike. And then it's amazing when you get there. People are telling you, hurry up, they're getting ready to start. And I'm like, start what? And kids are all running. And lo and behold, there is a wild animal exhibit that wouldn't have been there if we'd have got there early in the morning. And these city kids got to handle snakes and rats and lizards and just about anything else that you can think of that's roaming around out in the country. There was a raccoon that was tame, but they had the forester there that day. And we would have missed that. And it was a great, great day. So even those days that look bad can turn out really good. That's the biggest wave. That's the perfection of the universe, telling us to let go and follow that divine instinct, because Spirit has a reason for everything, and we don't know what it is, and that's okay. Because we don't have to have all the answers right then. It'll come, and you'll see it. And that light bulb will go off, and you'll be like, wow, what an amazing event. What an amazing day. I'm sure you've had it. This last year has been a real learning and growth experience for me. I don't know about you all. But, you know, when COVID hit, there was a freeing of my life in one hand and chaos in the other hand, right? Did anybody else experience that? This freedom, but yet this chaotic process of trying to figure out which way was next, what the next turn was going to be, how to do church with no people, you know? And we were lucky. We were so much luckier than others because we were already live streaming. A lot of folks didn't have that comfort. But it was freeing to be able to be at home and work, taking lunch out on the deck in the sunshine, right? Taking a break and working in my garden in the middle of the day. Who does that? You know, not me. Not when I'm here. So it was this really nurturing time for me. And there was the stress of running two churches, trying to figure out how to keep folks actively engaged. And more than that, it was the stress of the universe. Could you feel it? Right. The exiting of the mass of folks who left the planet. There was a great sadness over the last year. I don't know about you all, but I lost an aunt. And we had some family members who got sick that did make it through, but not without changes to their life. So it's been that time of, what's the new pattern? You know, I spent the last couple weeks on vacation, and being with my two youngest grandsons at my mama's was a real treat. Mama will be 90, right? And the littlest one is 2. And just to see them light up and talk to each other and be free and know each other. That was the amazing part of it. The little one ran in, hugged her, and said, "Hey, Gigi Ma." Last time he saw her, he was maybe 9 months old, right? So no real memory. But just that presence of love was there. And it made me think, how do we recreate that spontaneity, that love, not only for me, but for all of you? How do we share that with each other? And I don't have all the answers. I'll be the first one to say, I don't know it all. But I think collectively there is a reason. There's a reason for all of us to be gathered together, looking for a new way of being, because we all know that we're not going to go back to the old way, right? It's not probably the healthiest way to be in our society. You know, we have a lot of unrest socially, and I don't think we want to go back in that respect. I don't, that's for sure. I'd like to continue to see it moved out of our thinking, out of our realm of consciousness, into that oneness. So how do we do that together as a community? Is that our purpose? I don't know. I know that being in the flow is part of the answer. Allowing Spirit to guide us, guide me into that new perfection, that new direction, whatever it looks like. As a minister, as a person, leading a community, and as community, leading a larger community, because we can be that seventh wave in Louisville. What would that look like? That huge shift in consciousness coming from this community. And when I say this community, I mean both of our communities, because I did find out that our sister church, Unity of East Louisville, we're live streaming in there today for the first time. We are doing new things together. And together, there's a lot of power in new thought here, folks. We have the power to change the world. Not only ourselves, but our mission statement is to transform ourselves and the world through love, service, and healing. How do we do that? How do we put feet and action to those words? I think we have to change the way that we do classes, the way that we do Sunday service. And we're already doing that to some extent, and you're going to see some changes going on. And we'll decide what we like and move on, and what we don't like, we might have to toss out and think of something new. But the main thing is that we do it together. And so I'm inviting you to be involved. What is it that you want this community to be? How do you want to show up as Unity in Louisville? Because with both communities, we are Unity in Louisville. And we are here to make a bigger difference, to spread that love, to stand in the flow of universal life, and to teach new patterns of thinking. So as we continue to awaken, and some of us have been going through a process for many, many years of being awakened. Because it doesn't always happen overnight. It does for some. But for others, it takes a little longer for the awareness and the new patterns to take hold. And I know that we are all going to awaken gently, standing in our truth, knowing that there is a greater beauty on the horizon for all, not just for me, not just for you, but for all our brothers and sisters in the universe, for all cultures, for all religious facilities, faculties, communities, societies. There's a bigger picture of allness, that is the goodness that we are taught here in our first principle. There is only one presence and one power in the universe, the omnipresence of God. I truly believe that there is better works coming through us. The souls are stirring, and the darkness is rising away. We are on a journey together as a family, as a community. We will shift and transform into all the good that's awaiting us. We have the unlimited ability to be and do whatever it is we choose to be and do. There is no stopping the universe when we're following Spirit. Doors will open. The funds will flow through. Whatever we need is already waiting for us to say, yes, I'll do it. So remember, we are never alone, and therefore, as one, we can have it all. We can have happiness. We can have joy. We can have confidence and strength. We can have all folks living in a home instead of on the street. We can have all folks employed in some capacity, taking care of themselves and their family. There are more than enough resources in the universe for everyone. We just have to remember that they're there, and that when we tap into it and spread that love, transformation happens within us and within others. We can have it all. Namaste.
I want to dedicate this song to you, the congregation. I checked with the team to make sure they all felt the same way I do. We have missed you. We have missed you so much. And when I think of all the fun things, all the chili cook-offs and all the potlucks and all the wonderful spark and spirit that was here every Sunday morning, and I just hope and pray and can't wait till we get back to the full thing. So I want you to have it all, and we want you to have it all.